So I took the pictures that I took from the camera and brought them into the Lumen program. And so I took some pictures of my puppy. And, there's a picture. It just doesn't look bad. But when I go into the depth effect, the only thing I can do is change the depth effect. I can't change the actual focal point, which and you can see that it does that fairly well. I haven't tried the other tools yet, but it does change the focal depth fairly well. Um, and when you go back, so here's an image I haven't processed yet. So if I double click on it, you can see the bar going across the bottom, and it says preparing depth at the top, but it doesn't necessarily say that it's preparing or processing the image. So I don't really know if it actually processed the image or not. So I'm assuming it did, but so then if I go ahead and I can cut down the depth to what looks like a 4.1 aperture, which is great, but I don't see much of a difference in this one. So there's the background of the stool in the background. Well, okay, yeah, that's great. The stool is, you can see the stool in the background over here. As I move this to F4, that goes blurry, which, that's great. Like I said, I haven't checked out any of the other tools yet. But something I wanted to show you is here's a picture of one of my other dogs that I took, and I zoomed in. So I took it from the position that I'm sitting in now. So my dog normally sits over there on that cushion over there. And so I zoomed in when I took the picture. And that picture looks horrible. It looks like a picture I would take with my camera phone, where I zoomed in and it was like a digital zoom in. It doesn't really look like a true lens picture. It looks pretty bad. So I have to say I'm not very impressed with that. Let's go back to my pictures here. And I'll try this with outdoor pictures and see if I have any better luck. Let's try this sync picture. I haven't processed this one yet. So there, it's processing. At least I'm assuming it's processing. There's no color correction tools. There's no exposure correction tools. And look what happens when I zoom in on it. I'm doing like a pinch to zoom. So while it appears that the data is there, it's I'm going to try zooming in on this. And I don't know if I can pan as that. Whoops. Wow, this is really buggy. So that's at the top of the image. So I'm going to try and keep zooming. Wow, it keeps going out of. It keeps doing that. That is freaky. So I apologize that I'm zooming in on this disgusting sponge, but I really want to see how good this is. So that's not bad. I mean, you're seeing all the disgusting details in this sponge. And, the details there, it's, I don't know, the detail actually looks better through my phone than it does in reality on the screen. So I'm going to zoom back out. And this is very weird. And to save us all the trouble in the psychology, I'm going to go back through the arrow here. Come on, can I go back to the arrow? There we go. So I haven't done any outdoor pictures yet, but there used to be a camera called a Litro, which I actually have. one of those, and it did a great job of, I could change the focal point, which was, and I could also change exposure and do other things. So let's see. Oh, okay, so this was taken at an ISO. Let's see. I think I can go up here into View, Show Info. So this was taken at an ISO of 3500. So okay, so I'm not gonna complain too much about this one. Let's see what that other one was. The sync was taken at. Um, so I received my camera kind of late in the day, so that's why I'm. Let's go View, File Info. So the ISO there is 915, so that's not terribly high, but you know that yeah. So anyways, so that's that. So anyways, so far I am seeing some interesting things. I'll have to take some more outdoor photos tomorrow and then process those and see what they're like. But I'm going to send some information to Light and talk to them, ask them about this stuff, because this Lumen software is really kind of useless. It imports the pictures, and you can adjust the depth of field, and you can blend. I haven't tried the blending tools and stuff, which I think will be useful. But there's no color adjustment. So if I want to do color adjustment, I actually have to export a JPEG or DNG file and then import it into something else and do the color adjustment, which is really not a great workflow. There is no way to adjust the focal point, which to me, a camera of this with this technology, the multiple lenses, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to change the focal point. So, in fact, I think on their webpage they show you that can be done. So I don't know why the Lumen software doesn't do that. So, anyways, that's where I'm at now. So I will update with more later.